Hello everyone, Kiara Urameshi here. Welcome you to another episode of Let's Play Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. In the last episode here, we are picking up with leaving Windfall Island. And as you can see here, he's got a lot to say before we go, so we're just going to give him a second. And he's telling us how to sail, which I really don't need to know how because I've played the original version. So I just kind of stand there and listen to what he says for a little bit. I was going to read it, but then I decided not to because I'm tired of trying to sound like a boat Nike. So, and here we change perspective because we got to the boat. That's pretty much what I was showing here. And now we are leaving Windfall. If I look here, and here we go. We now have our sail on and are sailing on the Great Sea. And if you notice anything strange about the audio, it's because I recorded actual footage on my phone, and when I transferred it over to my computer, the audio was completely lost. So what I did was I got some of the music from the game and recorded it, and then I put it back on here on the video so that we could have the actual music, and then I recorded narration so I could have narration. And if the ambiance is gone when we're in the cavernous part of a certain place, it's because, like I said before, the audio, every bit of the audio got deleted when I moved the file over to my computer. So I'm just kind of having to go on what I have here and what I remember of the music, and I actually remember the track for the sailing and the Roost Island, and he teaches you how to use Wind Waker 2, and I was sad that I lost every bit of audio from that because I like how you learn how to do it. No, I lost that audio! Why? Why? But here we are, dragged, and there's Spirit Island, and here we are finally landing. And here we go to learning to use the Wind Waker. I like the Wind Waker. I actually thought it was a really interesting concept to use for a Zelda game to have Link be the conductor, because in every game he himself has always played an instrument. He's never been a maestro in charge of the music. So I hope that you guys had fun learning to use the Wind Waker. I know when I was in middle school on Dragon Roost. And if you don't hear any sound effects from the map or anything, again, as I said, most of the audio got lost when I transferred the video file over from my phone. So, but don't worry, because when I use the webcam on my computer, it even captures audio. So I will always use my computer now for when I'm running LPs and stuff like that, because I will know the audio will be there, and I know that I won't lose a thing as with the one using my phone. So now, as you see here, I'm going to the map and just kind of looking at things. The only reason I did that was to kind of get an assessment of how big Dragon Roost was, or an orientation to the rest of the world. But then I remembered, oh wait, I don't have a complete map yet. So yeah, I kind of just exited out and went back to focusing on the main quest until I could get a map. And you don't complete your map until later when you can buy bait and stuff like that. So there's really no point in me to this. And we kind of have a little conversation with him here. It's not really long, but it lets you know that he's surprised with how far you've come and stuff like that. He's kind of a quirky little guy, but I like him. He's one of my favorite of the Rito tribe, alongside Medley. Well, right after Medley and right before Komali, because in my opinion, Komali was a little snotty at first. I mean, you warm up to him, he comes to be a good guy. At the same time, he's a little spoiled because he's a prince. So, yeah, I spoiled it for you there. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I was just kind of trying to acquaint you with him along Dragon Roost after we finish our conversation here. And he is going to just kind of fly off and go into the area and let them know we're coming. If you could not read that text for yourself, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of excited to keep continuing with this because Dragon Roost is one of my favorite locales on Wind Waker. I like the forest too, but I like the Dragon Roost a lot better. I think it's because the Ritos remind me of the Zoras a little bit. And when I first played this game, I was about, let's see, I think it came out in 2005. So I was about so I was about 19. So I was about the right age to be, thinking of couplings and stuff like that. And I really liked the idea of don't hate me for this, but I thought it would be kind of interesting to see if Medley and Link got together. I didn't even when I first played this game, I had no idea that Medley was the Wind Sage, so I really didn't know. Was it Wind Sage or she was one of the two sages? But you'll see her more later. You'll see her in a little bit. You have not seen her yet, so but she is an interesting character. She's someone you'll be introduced to during this part of the LP, actually. So I'm gonna just shut my mouth about her until we meet her. This is the chieftain for the Rito tribe. That's all we really find out about him is that he is the big head honcho and his son is Prince Komali. I don't think we're ever actually told his name, which I thought was kind of weird, but that's just me. I thought it was kind of strange that we never get a proper introduction to him with his name and stuff. By the same token, I understand why they did that because they don't want us to get attached to him. But sometimes there are characters that I get attached to in video games, and I think in this one, the only characters I really got attached to were obviously Link because you play him all the time, and then there was Medley, and there was one of the characters that you'll meet later. I don't want to spoil too much, but he's called a Kurok, and what my understanding is that they're descendants of a Kokiri from Oh, and I'm gonna tell you something in a little bit about a guest host that I'm gonna be having in a couple episodes. To be at this point, you've not actually heard him yet, but um he's going to be in my Worlds Unite comic drama that I will have going on in a little while. He will, like I said, he's going to be a co-host for one of the episodes. It's probably going to be episode 7, so just kind of keep your eyes peeled and your ears peeled because he's a very nice person and very open with how he wants to be something. And he understands it happens. And this is where we will meet Medley. And here she is. And as you can see, she's kind of cute, but at the same time, she's got the whole bird person thing going on. And she's got that that bag on her back. I'm not even sure what that's for. But I like her. The thing on her back is actually something important that we will find more about later. Right now, she kind of just wants us to give her a letter from Komali's father to him. We're kind of a go-between. I don't even know why at this point. I mean, this was always something that confused me. Why is Link a go-between? I mean, I understand that Komali is kind of in a rough place right now with having been... You'll find out from him, but he's kind of not in a good place right now. And he's holding something very important to the plot. We're going to go down and meet him in a little while, so... I have a small favor she wants to ask of us. Could we... yeah. And we're going to meet her later again in Dragon Roost Cavern, but for now, we're going to go down there and share our courage with Komali like the chieftain asked us to, because there's really nothing better to do on this island for now. But Komali has a lot to say, and I may or may not try to voice act him. When I played this game, Komali just rubbed me the wrong way, and my opinion of him has not changed at all ever since then, because I've not played the game for years. So now, you would think playing this game again, it would change my opinion about him, but it doesn't. So. Who are you supposed to be? My name is Kiaryu. Please talk to me some more. Don't just sit there and play with your little dad there. But the thing we have to do now is to get out our letter and let him see it. The letter that Medley gave us from his father. So there you go. And he kind of just takes it from us and reads it. So, okay. Oh. It's not like he had to go through that horrible. Well, actually, he kind of did have to go through the same thing you did, Kamali. Basically, when they're a certain age, I don't know what the exact age is, but the Rito have to go get a scale from Valoo, and that is what enables them to grow their wings. And I'm guessing that it involves some kind of ritual where the child, I don't know, cut or something, but I don't know, I'm guessing, but he said it was a horrible experience, so I'm guessing there's a very small bit of mutilation where they get the scale put in. Now, I don't know about this for sure, but oh, and here we kind of get some background on Komali about how his grandmother was an attendant to Valoo, and she understood his language, which I thought was really cool that he had a grandmother like that, but studied under her to be an attendant, but his grandmother passed away before she could learn all of Valoo's language. Now she does. Sorry about that. Anyway, learned some of Valoo's language. She doesn't know all the language like the grandmother did, but she understands enough that she can basically understand what he is saying. A very, very, very basic thing, but. Here we are. We are going to go meet Medley, as she asked us to just a few minutes ago. So, we're going to go back. Here we go, talking to Medley about what's going on. I'm really sorry for asking you to be such a dangerous place, blah, blah. I'm not going to read too much of the text. I'll let you guys read it. If I skim through it too fast, I'm sorry. I kind of just skimmed through it anyway because I don't want to make this video last too long. I know it's already almost 20 minutes long, and I'm sorry about that, but it's a Zelda game, and in my opinion, to have the full experience of playing it, you kind of need it to last a while because that's how you come to appreciate it, because it kept you enraptured for so long. But okay, so what we have to do here is to throw her into the wind and make sure she makes it across the broken bridge area. So yeah, we got to get the wind under her wings. So we're gonna pick her up, and then I just kind of cut here to where I got her there because it would have been hard for me to record and try and do that little mini quest thing at the same time. So she's going up Dragon Roost, and she doesn't want us to tell anybody, I don't believe. And she gives us a bottle! Woohoo! So this is our first bottle of the game, and you can pretty much store anything in it like you do in any other Zelda game. And now she's asking us not to tell her she's climbing Dragon Roost, which is not surprising because it's a dangerous place. It's a dangerous dungeon. For the first dungeon, I mean, it's not terribly dangerous. It's just a temple and there's a boss and all that good stuff. But we're not going to actually go in there right now. We're just kind of going to lead up to it. In the next episode, I will actually go into the temple. I just thought I'd make it a separate video so I could have all the temple in one video, and then have after the temple and the next area in the same, because I kind of want it to be a little bit organized. More organized than my other videos for sure. So here we go, kind of just filled up the spring there using a bomb, and we are going to, sorry about all the shifting around with the camera. I was trying to capture with my phone, and it's hard to capture with my phone and play at the same time. I mean, I can do it, it's just hard to do. And right here you'll see we're swimming across and climbing up and making our way over towards Dragon Roost Cavern, which is the first dungeon in the game. And as I've already said, it probably sounds boring, but we're not going to actually go in. So see you guys next time. Have a good week. Bye.